taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, it's shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? LB, Lada Del Boss, aka Jesus Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist, El Capitan, General, you know what it is. World still, ringgameradio.com in the buildings, Monday night recap, preview, boxing hour, you know what it is. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King People, Digger Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go.
Anyone that's banned from the bodega?
Yes, actually, yes. One. I didn't think I had anybody to ban, but these people are banned. Stop leaving, because now in the city we got these damn fucking electric scooters that you can just do a pay tab on your phone and pay, and these motherfuckers will just ride the scooters around and leave them in the middle of the fucking road. Like, y'all are fucking ridiculous. Stop doing that shit. That shit is so fucking annoying. Why are you just leaving the fucking scooter right there in the middle of the street, in the middle of the sidewalk? Like, y'all just leave these shits anywhere. I would hope that y'all don't fucking just leave shit around your house like that, because that shit is annoying. Like, motherfuckers gonna get hurt fucking tripping over these shits because you just want to leave like 3 scooters up on the sidewalk, all in front of each other, blocking. You gotta walk over them. That shit is annoying. Like, do better. Fuck, come on, man. Like, fuck is you talking about? Can't be.
That's also convenience. I know DC has them too, but DC doesn't have that problem. Damn, New York, it's always something with them. You give them scooters and they don't know how to act.
First off, I hate that New York is even bringing all these city electric bikes, and like they take away parking spots and put in these fucking electric bikes, and it's so fucking annoying because one, it's less parking, so now you got more circling around. It's getting annoying because it's like now the fucking, the new people, the colonizers are coming in, and they're the ones that want these fucking bikes because they want, like, get your own fucking bike. How about you buy a bike and then you can ride it around yourself? Oh, no, because where am I going to leave the bike? Bring it up to your fucking apartment. Well, what if I have a 4-story, what if I'm on the 4th floor and I got to walk up? Oh, fucking well. Bring it up with you. Stop fucking leaving room around for this shit. Like, y'all are fucking annoying. I'm sorry, I can't take these fucking people. God damn it. And y'all the reason that the city prices are going up. Now, you know what? I'm going to leave it alone because I'm just going to get more angry the more I talk about it. So, you know what? I'm done.
Tell us why you mad, P. Damn.
Don't have no kids, because you be like one of them dudes who'll go off on their shit if they leave their toys out in the hall or some shit. You step on a Lego and that just ruin your day.
You're damn right I would. Hate this fuck.
God damn. Well, P, obviously, you're definitely banned from the bodega. Damn. Goddamn. And last but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's fly's Conscious Pilot, the West Coast Avenger, #1 contender. No scooters, we just flying off. Ring Gang Radio, let's get it.
There you go. Conscious Pilot stays elevated above the clouds. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was out there in Nevada. They got that Area 51 shit, so they flying out there. You know what I mean? So, but definitely gonna start off with the recap, because with Oshaki Foster and Abraham Nova, because P was actually in the house for that. The first top rank assignment that he actually went to. It's not the first one he accepted to, but the first one he actually went to. So P definitely got a lead off. So how was your experience with covering a top rank fight?
It was actually a pretty cool experience. They were very welcoming. They actually had things organized a bit. I'll give them that. Some other, I'm not going to say no names, but some other organizations could work on their organization skills.
Good thing I have a lighter in this room. I have a lighter in this room. I'm gonna need one. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yes. So things were organized. Everything was set up perfectly. I knew where I was going. I actually had a really good section right by the ring and not up in the balcony. So that was great. So I was right up on the action. Pause. Like, so. Fortunately, I mean, I had to leave from work after I got work to jet down. So, but I got there just in time. Well, I missed the first fight, but I got into the second fight just enough time for Yuri Cedeno knock out Antonio Todd. Good fight. You know what I'm saying? Then after that was the Tiger Johnson fight. That, you know, salute to Tiger. Because a Tiger was been up and down for me for the past couple fights. I don't know what to think. You know what I'm saying? Kind of shaky at times, but this time they found a guy that he could just get him the fuck out of there. That's what he did.
Yeah, he was
after that
I was hounding him.
After that right uppercut, it was all downhill from there. Like, dude just got him out of there, and they stopped it for the right reason, because dude was getting a whooping. So, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Tiger. I got to chop it up with him a little bit after that. Good guy. Real nice kid. Funny kid. We was talking about Tekken for a minute. I'm like, what? Because he was like the next fighter, it was like Falcone, and he was getting in the ring, and I was like going over, and sorry, not Falcone. The two fight, like Flaherty, he was like, man, that guy looked like, what was it? Crazy. His style is like Crazy Tiger from Tekken. I'm like, oh, yo, this dude. I'm like, oh, shit, you play Tekken? Okay, that's what's up. But, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Tiger, good win. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this is, you know, he can get back on track and deliver more highlight, you know, real fights like that. So I'm with it. So then, you know, Oficio Falcone was next, and he was sharp and got Ceballos the fuck out of there. That was Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Dude's from the Bronx, so, you know, I gotta salute my fellow Bronx dude. He did his thing. I'm just running through the undercard, because it was like, you know, some of these fights were just ho-hum. Flaherty, Baptiste, Flaherty easily won that fight. So afterwards, there was a little bit of a break. I saw Keyshawn. Keyshawn was out doing going around, you know, talking, you know,
right,
conversing with all of us. Good guy, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Keyshawn. He was in good spirits. Real chill dude. So I say, I guess smoking will do that to you. He had his marijuana, but I don't know. But he was cool, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Keyshawn. I got more on him later on, because I saw something very interesting. Then the next fight was the last fight on the prelims before the main card started, and that was Guido Villanello and against Moses Johnson, and that didn't last very long. So
I thought it lasted too fucking long. Like, good lord.
No, but like I say, it only lasted a round, but that was the longest one round that we were just like, oh, can we get this over with? I'll be honest with you, Guido sucks. Like, he sucks, bro. Like, yeah, he looks like, even against Moses Johnson, I'm like, this dude, like, anytime, if they put him in there against live competition, he's gonna fold. He already folded in live competition, so enough said.
Yeah, and like I was just mentioning before, like he lost his 0 to Johnny Rice, and Guido's still fighting, but Johnny can't get a fight for shit. There's something incredibly wrong with that picture. Yeah, this dude, like, this is my first time seeing him live. He's not good. Like, it is. I'm sorry, I don't see it. And we already saw Rice. So he's big, he's white, and he has some power. That's pretty much about it. Bro, so does Cusimano. Like, what are we doing here? Like, come on. At least Cusimano won people some money. Yeah, shout out to Cusimano, even though he popped dirty, but he still won me that money. Though. I mean, has Guido beaten anybody on the level of Kaunaki? No. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. After that, like, a lot of the fights, they ended like early because of the early stoppages. So there was plenty of time to just survey the scene. I went around.
I ran into one Shannon the Cannon Briggs. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Out there, I was getting, the concession stand. You know what I'm saying? Shannon is a real cool dude. Very, very friendly. He always hype. He taking pictures with everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was fun being around Shannon because he just brings an energy with him that you just like, you instantly just get hyped with him. He hyped, you hype. You hype, I'm hyped. Whatever you do, I do. You yell, I yell. Let's go, champ. So yeah, I saw him. I went back down and I see one Teofimo Lopez, and yeah, that did not go well. Teo was, let's just say Teo is persona non grata these days, especially on Friday. And this was his hometown. They was not rocking with him. So a lot of boos. Anytime he walked by, he was getting booed. Like, dudes was not trying to see Teo. They didn't want nothing to do with him that night. So
damn.
And then I'll tell you this. So I'm going up to the restroom, and on my way there, Teo's coming down my way because he's going to a section, and Keyshawn's coming this way. And all of a sudden, Keyshawn steps to Teo, and like he's getting in his face, pause, like, and he's like talking some shit. I wish I could have heard what he said because him and his people and their people all just rushed in. But I could see like Keyshawn had some words for Teo, and Teo was on some like just kind of just shoot him off, smirk. He was trying to play the big man stuff, but you know what I'm saying? It was silly, but Teo was Teo. So, and everybody was just
crazy because that's probably the only fight Teo has that has some type of juice to it. Like, because I honestly don't really care to see Teo in anything, maybe against Shakur Stevenson, but like, I'm kind of like,
my thing is like, for Keyshawn's sake, right now he's, I don't like when fighters leave, food on the table. Like, I feel like he should get a belt at 135 first. I think he's not done at 135 yet. You know what I mean?
I feel you, but the sport moves too slow for that now. Like, you gotta have, if you're good and you have the confidence in yourself, and a big fight is tangible, like, because I feel like if Keyshawn Davis keeps applying the pressure, we might see a Teo fight next year or something. Who knows? But it's better to have that pressure out there instead of just not saying it or not calling on and focusing on somebody.
Because the thing is, with the 135, he's never going to fight Shakur because that's his boy unless they have a falling out. I don't know. I want to see him Rich Murtala, but Bovdo matchup is Bovdo's matchup is his guys like that. You know what I mean? And then there's also
it's more like a PBC thing.
Navarrete is getting the easy belt. Navarrete's getting the eeasy belt at 35 against Baranchek most likely. So it's like, maybe Keyshawn has to move to 140 to actually because 135 is kind of congested for him.
I mean, it's happened before. I mean, remember Superman was fighting at 160 and knocking these niggas the fuck out, but he wasn't getting the title shots. And then it took him going that one off to fight Chad Dawson at 175 to get a title shot, in which of course he knocked dude out in one round, which I was not happy about. And bam, he had the title. So it's like sometimes you do have to go. I mean, sometimes in order to make some moves, sometimes you may have to go up if shit's a little bit too congested.
You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta know you're the goods, and that's why it's good to focus on somebody and call them out and create a little friction, create a little content with it. Like, I mean, because for every Adonis Stevenson, there's a Gabe Rosado.
Right, right.
So, but the difference is at least Gabe was in line for a shot. We don't know any title shot that Keyshawn's in line for right now.
Right.
Or a big fight. And this is Gabe at 154, where there's always big fights, there's always titles floating around, and he went for the paycheck against Golovkin.
I'll say this, as far as Keyshawn, the WBC bumped him up in the rankings. They've released their new rankings today. Keyshawn is ranked 3rd in the WBC. So they have some plans for him if he's ranked that high, which is crazy. Yeah. But I mean, we'll see. It was just interesting to see them go at it because, like, Keyshawn has not been letting up on Tio for whatever.
Well, that's reason. What he need to do. Did anybody get to film it or?
I don't think one person got to like get a little footage, but it wasn't much because it happened very quickly and nobody was expecting. Like as soon as because I saw it as soon as Keyshawn rushed Tio, everybody just like all their people just rushed in, and it was just like, yeah. I thought
so some shit out of Tokyo Revengers. Just niggas just like it's a gang war.
Yeah. So like, as soon as that happened, I knew like, okay, now security's coming over. Now they're trying to separate everybody. I'm like, oh, Tio just walked away. Tio and everybody else was left getting separated, and Tio already walked to his seat to some more booze. So it was. Oh,
hold on, wait, time out real quick. I did see the I'm noticing the chat. Salute, what it do, Miss Rashid? What it do, Android? What a rant, King P. Oh man, I mean, he getting the storytelling. I mean, this shit's fire so far. So that's pretty much that was it. It was like a Jacob Charlo thing, kind of.
Yeah, but less like it ended even quicker than that. So yeah,
you didn't even get you didn't even get no videos and shit. So yeah,
I didn't have a chance to get no video. It happened like that. I was like, damn. But yeah, it was just funny to see. Before saying I got to chop it up with Bradley a bit, because Bradley was like, because Tiger Johnson's people came in our section. Tiger was sitting there, so Bradley was giving words of encouragement to Tiger. So it was cool. After that, we got to talk with him a little bit, before he went to going back to doing his duty. So he was, telling people, like, cause I was laughing. So I usually, me, I'm not as quick to do the pause thing because it's not something I do regular. But dude that was sitting next to me, I'm gonna tell you, I had to pause him, because dude said to Bradley, and I kid you not, he said, Bradley, I got a question for you. What is the secret to your abs? I think you got the best set of abs in the game. And I'm like, pause. Yeah, what are we doing? Yo, what the?
Some of these media niggas are so strange sometimes. Yeah. You always forget, you run into some weird.
Yeah. Bro, like you could have worded that.
And the man retired,
That man's been eating good too. So it's a wild question to ask somebody, bro. Like that nigga.
I'm sure. And that's the thing. That's the type of reporter. He'll ask Ricky Hatton the same shit.
Yes.
and we'll just be like really? Like that's the question.
Yeah. You can ask him a million more questions on his career and something like that, but you chose to ask him about his abs when this nigga's clearly eating good. Are you serious? Yeah.
It was just funny. I couldn't not say anything. I'm like, bro, pause. No, pause. And he gave some answer about the trick is to the way you eat and all that stuff, which is hilarious because he's eating good now. But I guess he was talking about this ain't Bradley that's active no more. This is Bradley that's retired and eating good. So
Bradley's eating good. Bradley's eating good lately. I mean, he deserves it.
And all them checks. And now without Ward, there's even more food on his table. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because he was always in great pristine shape. You know what I mean? So
bro, I'm not telling someone that they have the best set of abs. That is not coming out of my mouth. Pause. We're not doing it. So it was just funny. And then I got to chop it up with Zaya, so I took a picture with Xander. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Xander. Great, dude is just a big kid at heart. You could just tell when speaking to him. I keep forgetting he's only 20, 21 years old. Dude, but he's a nice guy. We asked him about what his plans were because we wanted to see him on this card, but they pulled him out of that this time. So we joke. I'm like, damn, always every time you get to schedule a fight, always something happens. He's like, no, this time it wasn't me. They want to get him on the Puerto Rico card. So they're on the Puerto Rican Day Parade type thing. So he said that he wants to be fighting in an eliminator by the end of the year so that he could be fighting for a title next year. That's his plans. We asked who he would like, and the two names he gave were, I want either Josh Kelly or Erickson Lubin, which I'm like, Lubin's not happening, nor should that. That probably wouldn't be the best move right now. I applaud you for wanting that, but no. You could beat Josh Kelly.
You don't think he could beat Erickson Lubin?
I mean, at this point, I do not.
Fuck out of here, bro. That's like a 50-50 fight, if that.
But I would favor Lubin, though. I'm saying I would favor. I'm not saying
but I mean, if that fight came through right now, niggas was like, yo, that fight is in June. You're picking Lubin.
Yes.
Same Lubin that got a gift against Ramos.
I think Ramos at this stage, one is a little better than Zayas right now at this stage.
Of course. I agree with you on that.
I just don't think Xander is ready yet for that type of like a crafty.
But But this is the thing. We've been asking for Zayas to step up, though. Remember, he's been at 154, so you don't think this is...
No, that is a step up. But like, I think like Kelly is a better, because Kelly is not better than Lubin. Kelly's trash.
What are we hearing from Josh Kelly? He got a name now?
Josh Kelly is would still be considered a step up, and he'd be a guy that would
he? I think Mean Machine would be a better step up than this nigga.
I mean, Kelly's out.
I mean, Zayas was supposed to fight Patrick Teixeira, and Patrick Teixeira is a better step up.
Thank you. I agree with that. That's a better step up.
That is true. I'm not saying it's not, but yeah. No, that would be a very good step up too. Shit.
Y'all bring out Michael Storo, and that's a fucking damn better step up. Like,
yeah,
wherever the hell he at.
But I mean, that fight wouldn't happen anyways. Xander and Lubin, simply because of the. I just don't see it with the political thing, and I don't know. I just don't see that happening. So
I mean, but he called out a name. Like, I give him that.
No, I applaud him for wanting the fight. You know what I'm saying? So
I think he could win that. That's not he ain't jumping out the window or nothing.
No, I'm not saying he's jumping out the window. But, we'll see.
Now, if you'd have said, I want Tim Zhu, and I'm like, young man, this thing is called, steps. And you have to take them before you run.
Yeah, but it seems like he has his plans set in motion, and I think Top Rank, will be all in on Zayas within this year and next year. He's definitely going to get a title shot by next year at the rate he's going.
I guess he did.
You know what I'm saying? Then he got to go back to it. I let him go back to his commentating because he was also commentating, doing it for the Spanish section. Bradley with the English section, Zayas with the Spanish section. So
yeah, Bob wants
the bodega.
Yeah. Bob wants to make sense into a star. I mean, Zayas has the potential to be the crossover Puerto Rican superstar he wants. We just gotta move him right.
Yeah, it would have been shit if Matias had signed the Top Rank. You would be seeing Matias and Zayas on the Puerto Rican card in June. Like,
of course,
it is what it is. But Matias, I heard Top Rank didn't want to offer. Somebody with reliable sources told me that they didn't want to offer him more than a one-fight deal, and he wanted like a multi-year. He wanted a multi-fight deal. Matias, they wouldn't give it to him, which is weird, but whatever. So
yeah, that's incredibly weird. Maybe because he murdered somebody on their card. That's part of the reason why he was like, "Wait a minute, we don't want a repeat of this shit."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it all worked out well for Matias simply because, like I said, speaking to some people, he wants the Haney. That's his number one guy. He wants either Tio or Haney. I don't think he had confidence that they would deliver Tio to him. and Haney's the number one guy he wants. So I ain't mad at him for taking the road to get the fight with Haney. So
it was more realistic, cause dude, we seen how they never let Barbosa get a big fight.
Right.
Like the Tio fight was there for him. Never let him get it. He never ended up getting he's going to fight Jose Ramirez now or some shit.
Yeah, I mean these are all people that left Top Rank, so it's like this is just fucking crazy. Like Top Rank needs to get together because else Tio's not gonna have no one to fight at Top Rank. Like
they're 140 stable like last year.
You know, the funny thing is you say Tio will have no one to fight. Funny thing is everybody wants to fight Tio.
Yeah, exactly.
People are chomping at the bits to fight Tio. I like low key. They won't say this, but a lot of the fighters at his weight or around his weight, they think he's food. And I can tell you that some of them have told me that. I'm not gonna say no names, but they've told me off the record that they think Tio is food. So
because look, there's a lot of shit that because people thinking like the Taylor performance, where Taylor's look bad already won, and then he's drained. Even though Tio was the fucking underdog, we get it. But the hindsight and just the logic when people really look back and think, it's one of those like, it might be a fool's gold performance. Because then it's like at 140 with Tio, like remember, we got to look at Cambosis that continues to look trash, and he had his way with Tio.
Let me hear you.
So it's just a lot of factors.
The thing is with like I was trying to say, 140 is a very stacked division, and it seems like all the platforms, about a year or two ago, they had all solid 140 stables, but it seems like Top Rank's 140 stables kind of depleted now compared to last year. You know what I mean? Like
they didn't know what they was doing with their 140 stable, yo.
Losing Barbosa, Ramirez, they had Haney on the little quick contract. You know what I mean? What do y'all think? I mean, I still think Tio, like, could he move up to beat Centillion still after that performance? Or because Centillion has a WBO number one.
Like 147.
I'm just saying, like, Centillion's always looked mid besides that Roca performance. So in a perfect, do you think he has what it takes to beat Centillion? I mean, at 147.
I mean, personally, I don't want to see it now because Tio has love. Because Tio can actually pick Centillion. For one time he didn't look trash. Dude actually looked like a straight up killer. I'd rather see him try to do something at 147 and Tio just to do something at 140. Like they should. Yeah,
because both of these niggas got enough names around their own divisions, yo. Like, they don't really need.
Bob wants to get. Well, Tio's kind of on his last thing, thin ice, but I can never count Tio out because of, the Loma and, Taylor performance. I can never fully count him out, I mean, he's had some struggles, obviously with the Nakatani, Cambosis.
He should have 3 losses, bro.
Arguably 2 or 3 losses, yeah.
And that's saying something for a guy who has like 3 real good wins on his resume.
I feel like he's this generation's, in a sense, Danny Garcia, in a sense, because let's hear me out. Because I think they both have dad trainers and they won't maximize their potential. Bringing having switching what may have you. They're gonna stay loyal to their pops, and they have flaws, but they're both 2 division champs.
The difference is Tio has done less with more, whereas Danny has done more with less. Danny doesn't have the talent that Tio has, if we're being completely honest. So I've always looked at Danny as he's done more than anybody had thought he would. Yeah, Tio, for whatever you want to say with Tio is very talented, and Tio has a lot of gifts. So, like, he should be doing better.
But as a boxer, Danny's more skilled as
Danny's more competent. He's more competent. I mean, you never seen Danny really. I mean, he had a few struggled performances, but he had,
like Tio is really looking like that guy who's just all talent now. Like, he has more talent than Danny Garcia, but like Danny Garcia is more of a complete boxer than Tio. Like
he maximized his potential more. But I just think both guys, their power hasn't carried over, in the higher weight that they're at, because Danny was knocking niggas out of.
Well, if Danny was to throw 700 punches like he did against Spence, if he was to do that more often, his power will come into play more. But you know, he doesn't. So that's the thing. It's like these niggas gotta understand when you coming up to bigger weight classes, the pop ain't the same. It's there, but you gotta work for it more. None of these niggas, you know, they don't want to work for it. The Broners and the Danny Garcias, they want to still be the same.
They want to be economical and not sell out.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
My Haney Tio prophecy at welterweight is not going to happen. I feel like now because I can't fully put it into because I've been saying I think they'll eventually fight at welter. But
too much work at 140. Like who want to see Tio at 147 when you got all them killers at 140?
Yeah, like it, honestly, if Tio said Tio fight happened, it'd be really poor matchmaking. Like what do you get from that? Tio takes either a 0 or Santiago scores a real upset and Tio's credibility.
Well, if Crawford drops,
and he's a lesser name than Sandor and Martin.
But if Crawford, if Crawford drops the belts, Santillan will have the WBO. Like it would be, Bob would make Tio versus Santillan for the vacant WBO 147 title. That's what I'm trying to say. Like if Crawford drops the belts, Santillan Bob will have the WBO 147 belt. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, that's a good challenge for Tio, but it's just if you're trying to weight hop and get that and be like, okay, I got this, and you're just trying to do it on some like, I'm not really trying to, campaign at 147, but I'll take this so I could be a 3 division. I get it, but it's a fight that you can lose, and they'll just try to spin it into that daring to be great, but if I'm top rank, I'm looking at it like it'd have been better if you lost to like a Sandor Martin or Jermaine Ortiz because they're more known to the public. They have bigger fights. At least Sandor Martin got Maki Garcia out of here.
Right.
And you can say Ortiz got robbed against Lomachenko, whereas Santillan, like
I know, I'm just saying people don't
like you don't have nothing to say about him like that.
That's fair. I mean, but the Jermaine Ortiz performance, he might have won that fight, but the fans, I mean, a lot of people are saying he was running. So, I mean, who's really going to want to see, it's going to be hard for Jermaine Ortiz to get fights, I feel like, going forward.
Nah, because he's had too many different types of performances. He's not known as a runner. Like, look, man, dude, a lot of niggas just don't know fucking boxing, bro. Like, when Floyd does the same shit Jermaine Ortiz does, niggas call it boxing. Like, we gotta get over this bias shit that niggas be having. Like, in the commentary, like, he did enough to win. It's Tio who needed to do a lot more. Because whatever you say Ortiz ain't doing enough, Tio did less than that. So, but yeah, man, fuck it, kid. Well, yeah, Keyshawn need to stay at 135. But if he get a Tio fight. I mean, I'm saying is like I feel like he need to keep applying pressure on Tio. He might make something happen out of that. Like who knows?
Right, and that's why Tio got booed at the arena because niggas didn't forget that horseshit. It was like, wait, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's why he got booed. That's why he should get booed. So he puts in an actual quality performance again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can't have this hot and cold shit, bro. Like no one wants you to look good one night, then you lose, and you look trash the other night, then look like, bro. Because y'all niggas only fighting once and twice a year, so you can't afford to look bad one night.
But also, I think mentioning Rosa Parks and Mayans and Suck My Dick No Homo, like that kind of,
Yeah, that's
it's kind of it's a whole,
Yeah, Tio's a mess down there. He's like, and like I said, being booed hopefully maybe will humble him and make him understand. Like, look, I'm the lead nigga in this division. I got to put in better performances so I don't continue.
He got booed by everybody. I was gonna say this later, but I'll just say this now. It was funny because he left early. First off, I think he was so kind of not in the mood because he left early. He didn't even wait till the bell ended. He left early. Funny thing is, during the Foster Nova fight, Tio was rooting for Foster, and he was cheering on Foster, and some people that were sitting with him, and I believe these were Foster's people, because when he was being announced, they got up and were cheering for him. I think these were part of his team. Those people that were part of Foster's team, when Tio was cheering, was rooting on Foster during the fight, they basically told him in more polite words, "Shut the fuck up." Like, yo,
damn. You know niggas don't fuck with you and they don't even want you rooting for them. My goodness.
I mean, god damn, that must be just get little nigga. Hey, look, shut up, nigga. What the fuck? Sit down. Sit your ass down.
Damn, like here you are, like, I'm a damn former unified champ, 2-time division, current title champion, and a motherfucker don't want me to root for you. Like
3 weeks ago, they were saying he was. I mean, the consensus was he was number 1 at 140. You know, because he has a ring belt, and
he's the lineal champion. He is the number 1.
But now, I mean, this talks. Those Thursday fights are cursed, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, and that's why
right now we're looking at Haney as the number 1 guy.
Yeah, and that's why I titled the recap video. The way is like, low effort Thursdays is still on. Like, that's why I had to title. Like, that's why I had to.
Yeah,
it's a curse. It's a
don't root for dude. Like, chill. Like you be so kind to shut the fuck up. We don't need your loser energy getting put out in the damn atmosphere. Because you start being loud, Foster can't cut off the ring or whatever. Like, nah, like, damn.
But I know someone that got cheered.
Hold on, did he sit like a well-behaved kid after that?
Yeah, he kind of just sat down and was just like, okay, whatever. Like, he didn't even argue. He was just like,
damn.
Yeah,
wow.
But I know one person that got cheered was Bruce Shushu Carrington. I know. P, how was that? So how was the reaction to do when Carrington laid dude out on a highlight reel shit?
Oh, first off, when he came out, they was rocking with him from the beginning. When he came out, he got the entrance, and everybody was rocking with him. Being the hometown kid, the New York kid. The first couple rounds were interesting, I'll say that, because Torres was kind of frustrating him a little bit, like making him think a little bit. Like, and it was funny because dude was from the Philippines and basically did the same style as Pacquiao. With the bouncing,
he went down like him too. I thought he was Mexican at first, but once I found out he was Filipino, I was like, "Fuck, another Filipino's gonna take it."
Wait, ain't you Filipino? You Filipino?
No, I know, but I thought I didn't know until right before he was. I thought he was Mexican with his last name and shit. I didn't know he was Filipino. Once I found out he was Filipino, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna continue the tradition."
Yeah. So the first couple rounds, he was getting frustrated with Torres, and then finally, I think he realized that he realized he was leaving the body wide open. Pause. So he was just ripping him with body shots, and then once the body shots started coming in, that kind of just led to that, bam, that opening that was right there, and just got slumped face down, and everybody was like, "Oh!" Like, everybody
cartoon. Dude went down like a cartoon character. Right?
He went down like Pacquiao against JMM the fourth fight, kind of.
So,
well, at least this time though, I'm glad that because that KO did go viral. Like, ESPN, like the Sports Center Top 10, it was all up on there. I was like, finally get one of these fucking KOs from these cats on there. Like,
finally, yeah. I called the right hook, but P kind of spoiled it when he's like, "Oh, crazy KO," and like 2 seconds before it happened.
No, go ahead. Okay. No, I was gonna say it was. I was saying it was the way to finish. That's how you finish a guy, because just laid down. Everybody pause. Yes, pause. Everybody just went crazy. So, but it was just after that they celebrated. You know what I'm saying? And then the crowd went crazy because Shushu decided to quote Mike Tyson, and the people in the crowd went crazy when he did that. But then I'm online and people are like, "Man, Shushu corny for that." Like, I'm just like, it was interesting.
I thought that was fire. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's
Did he censor the Eat Your Children part? Did he censor that part? Or did he say Eat Your Children? Or did he kind of like...
I don't remember if he said the eat your children part, but he said praise be to God instead of Allah.
He said
but some
children.
people were just like,
I
man.
don't know if he said eat. I think he had enough awareness.
But he were like, oh, he corny. He probably rehearsed. He sounded like he rehearsed that. That don't sound like something he would say. I was like, bro, he's paying homage to a man from his hood that grew up he grew up watching. Like, it's not that serious. Like, I'm never gonna get mad.
You got to do it over Just Blaze production like Jay-Z.
Oh,
then it's cool. You can't just do it a cappella because then it's like, nah, get off his dick, nigga. That's corny. Just Blaze to Rockefeller. Oh. Boom, 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 boom. Damn, Miss Rashid with the laugh. Yeah, I see you. Like, yeah, you know we gonna bring hip hop in this motherfucker somehow.
No, there was no free speed dating update. I didn't go. It actually turned out to not be free, so I was like, nah, I'm good. So wasn't gonna.
We would have brought it up on Thursday if he did. Like, seriously.
Good.
So,
nigga, we would have brought that shit up after this.
Yeah. I would have brought it up.
There's no way he would have got off the podcast and we didn't say that if he did that shit.
Yeah, no more speed dating updates for now. If it comes up again, I'll let you. I'll be the first to update you. But
the crazy part is, I was talking to Rome the other day, right? And I was like, nigga, like because I told him I re-listened to the episode on Friday. I think I was even tweeting about it, and I was like, nigga, we didn't get a chance to talk about so much other shit. Like, we didn't talk about the Shannon Sharp, Mike Epps, the Monique, all that shit.
Yeah.
So much other shit went down. But that was crazy. Classic episode. But yeah, what's up, Rob D? What it do? What's good, RGR? Chilling, bro. Chilling. We getting behind the scenes view from King P.
So, and then after that was Andres Cortez versus Brian Chevalier. And that was an interesting fight. I didn't know what to think because Cortez looked kind of like I was able to watch the weigh-ins. Somebody sent me the weigh-ins, like the clips. And like Cortez looked kind of like, I don't know, he looked kind of sluggish at the weigh-ins. So I'm like, plus that. And then Chevalier, I'm like, dude is tall, dude can box a little bit. So I was kind of like thinking this might be the upset. No, not at all.
Not at all.
No, I knew. Because I remember I posted that parlay in there. That was so sure Cortez was going to knock dude out. Cortez can fight. Cortez
he's had some up and down performances. Like I've seen him. Like he's kind of inconsistent, but yeah, he dominated that fight pretty much.
Yeah, no,
I know he. Go ahead.
Yeah, Chevalier is the one that I wasn't. I thought he was shaky. I was like, I know Cortez is gonna beat this dude. I didn't think he would beat him that bad. But I was like, hey, I'm glad I put that on a parlay
from pillar to post. Chevalier didn't stand a chance. Yeah, so he made quick work of him. I'm surprised it lasted even that long. Dude dropped him a couple of times. The dude was definitely on shaky leg. Right. You saw a tree just go down. That's what it looked like.
When I hit that KO, I was like, damn, okay, all right, I only need one more fight to hit this parlay, and I'm gonna get $3,500. I was because like that parlay was like, I was gonna hit that. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna hit this parlay.
He rocked him bad, like the second round. I was like, damn, this is gonna be
easy work. Yep, made easy work. And so then to the main event was O'Shaquie Foster versus Abraham Nova. Yo, it's hilarious. Like I was watching because Nova came out with his mascot, and it's hilarious because you see it in the split screen when he's doing his shadow boxing. Mm-hmm. the mascot is doing his shadow boxing, and it's just so hilarious. Like I wonder who's behind that. It's got to be a fighter because I was just like, yo, why is he just shadow boxing like that? Dude was hilarious. I was watching the mascot just run around from section to section. I'm like, yo.
I like that though. That's a good thing though. Like I like how he has his the mascot vibe. Like that honestly, like I'm not saying more guys need to do it, but Like that's what we mean by like market yourself and find your lane, like that shit. Because that's a good idea, and it do be hilarious to watch on TV.
Yeah, I know him
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Progress
It
both
was
have
hilarious.
mascots.
Yeah, but I mean, but Progress has a big mascot, that Rougarou. I'm like, okay, but I'm like, Progress is at the level where okay, you're a top level fighter. Okay, you can have a mascot. Nova is like a fighter of the caliber of Abraham Nova has a mascot.
I mean, he's world class though. Like,
some people like it. It's weird. Some
he's a
people like it, some
contender.
people hate it. I feel like some people like it, some people hate it. To me, the beard's distracting. And I remember like
The beard is funny.
No,
it is funny,
yeah.
but
his like right before the like he's getting interviewed by Krieg or whatever or Osuna, and he was like, yeah, I made my beard look cute, like because they talk about trimming it, and then he said yeah, no, it's against my religion.
He didn't want to shave it. Yeah, he didn't want to shave it. He's Muslim.
Yeah, he didn't want to shave it. He said against my religion. Moses.
Which according to some people, they didn't. Some people did not think that.
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of bullshit. I mean, not to knock a man's religion, but it's kind of. I mean, yeah.
No, there are people that did not think that Puerto Rican Muslims existed. I'm like, yes, they do. There are.
They absolutely positive.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So, but I'll tell you what. Nova in the first half of the fight made a good accounting of himself. Like the first couple rounds were pretty nip and tuck. It was pretty close. Nova was landing a lot of scoring shots. Foster kind of came out like he seemed like sluggish and lethargic in the first couple of rounds.
He did.
What's going on? Then apparently somebody had told me that at the weigh-in he was looking very like he was about he looked like he was about to vomit at the weigh-in.
So he missed weight at first. He hit the strip or something, right? He missed.
Yes, yeah. So I'm like, okay, we'll see how this affects it. And then, it's very nip and tuck. I thought Nova won the first couple rounds. And then he was landing the scoring shots. Kind of made it a little rough at points. Like, dude elbowed him a couple of times. Dude elbowed elbowed Foster in the bicep. And that's like, his arm was all, like, after the fight, he had to have an ice pack on his arm. His arm was sore from him getting elbowed in the bicep.
Shit, but you can make the case that Nova won the majority of the first half.
The first half, yeah, it was probably like 4-2ish. 4-2ish.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can legit have that like 4-2.
Yeah,
I think I had it. I had it 3-3 going after 6. So I had it tied after 6. I think 3-2.
Because the thing is, you know what it was for me? Like, Nova was winning the ring generalship battle. Like, I felt like Foster was landing all the harder, like, eye-catchy Canelo type punches. But then Foster would just 1-2 him and then had that nigga against the ropes, just like, and have him just kind of, he was fighting his fight. Like, he was outworking dude. So yeah, but
definitely. And then he was doing well. And then once the 7th, 8th round, Nova just started. He tailed, and I'm like, I could tell. Okay, he's getting a little tired. He's letting Foster.
He hit the wall hard.
And by the ninth round was the last of anything that he could do, because I thought he won the 9th round, and it was just like his mouth was open. He's breathing heavy.
Foster got tired too at one point.
He got a second win. Foster got a second win, but Nova kind of got a second win because Nova got a second win. I feel like too, but yeah.
Nova's second win lasted like 1 round.
Yeah, 1 round. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he came back I thought I gave the 11th round to Nova, but like because he was just trying to push through, but it was obvious that like he was just tailing off, and he had really not a lot left in him. And in the 12th round, then he was getting beat up and he got dropped, which then he complained that it was a slip. And yet, no, it was not a slip. Yes, you were maybe off balance, but you were hit.
I was literally jumping to my feet. I was like, "Please, ref, force a stoppage," because I needed that stoppage. I needed that 7-12 parlay to fucking hit. I was like, "Please stop this fight."
I knew he was.
Foster wasn't active enough to get a stoppage like that.
It was not even that. Like Nova got hit. He lost. He wasn't really hurt like that. Like he was tired, but like
He was buzzed throughout the fight, though. Like Foster was hitting him, like was hurting him a couple times.
Yes, no,
like in the mid rounds and shit.
Yes, there were times where Foster buzzed him, but like I don't think he hurt him badly enough that I felt like he was ready to go. I'll say that.
Nah, not like that. I think if Foster would have put more hands on him, I think he could have had him like that. But he was just like really just kind of one shot counter, and throwing those like get off me punches.
Yeah.
But it was like everything after the 6th round, like 7th on, everything from Nova was just like arm punches, and I'm just like, bro, like I get it, you're throwing the scoring shots, but I can tell you're tired because you just don't want to throw anything more than just arm punches. Like lay in an uppercut or something, you know. So, but I didn't have an issue with the scores. I didn't think Nova won the fight. So that score for Nova,
not with the knockdown. I think like you could make a case with a draw if he doesn't get dropped, but when he gets dropped, it really kind of really fucks it up for him. Like
seals the deal. That's one of those.
I had it 7-5 Foster, and then with the knockdown, the 115-112. So it was a close fight. It was a competitive fight, but Nova kind of lost in those last couple of rounds. So Nova was complaining. The crowd was booing. The crowd was a pro Nova crowd because Nova's kind of the hometown guy. So he's from New York. His family was there.
Were they? I feel like in the mid rounds they were chanting for Foster though. Like I heard a Foster chant.
No, there were people that were chanting for Foster. Okay. Foster had some people that were there cheering. Like I said, they were probably his team, but the crowd was mostly majority Nova. It was a Nova crowd. So anything he landed, they were going to cheer for. So he complained afterwards. You know, it is what it is. I expect him to think that way, but he didn't. It wasn't a slip. He legitimately got knocked down, and I thought he legitimately lost the fight. Foster seemed a little out of it. He wasn't happy with his performance. You know, I shared up some footage of the press conference afterwards because we only get a little bit out of him, but we got enough out of him to get something. Pause.
Right. It's up on our YouTube channel in case you want to
on the YouTube channel. So Foster admitted that he had a bad weight cut, which affected a lot. It affected him. He cut the weight too early, and then fighters, something with fighters and like not being able to time their weight cut properly. I don't know what it is, but whatever.
He was looking big, like pause, like he was looking pretty big. On Twitter and stuff. Like, do you think he's gonna move up or stay at 130?
No. So Foster made it clear he wants to stay at 130 for a couple more fights. He is going to hire. He said he's going to hire a nutritionist, and he's going to put an emphasis on making the weight healthy. And so I expect 3 more fights from him at 130. His arm was sore. He was a little hurt. He admitted that it wasn't his best performance. He was very hard on himself. He's like, I got to do better. You'll see a better version of me next time. He's one of those guys that you could tell is like always like tough on himself. Like,
yeah, that nigga shut down a KO. Like that was my luck. Like he cost me $3,500. Because Rome picked the same Rome picked the same shit that I did, except for like one fight he didn't put a bet on. Like it was just like, oh, okay, so I see you hip now, so you pick what I'm picking. You know, like it cost me a fucking payday. Like I was just like, damn it, nigga. Like Nova got knocked out in 5 by Robesi Ramirez. Stop his ass. Well,
Robesi a bigger puncher.
Not only that, Nova went down to 126 to fight Robesi, and he had no business being at 126 and draining himself. But it is what it is. We asked what are his options? What are some fights he would like going forward? We mentioned the unification because if he would like a unification with Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach has been calling him.
Yo, they've been going back and forth on Twitter. Like, they've been talking like bitch ass nigga this.
Yeah.
You know, I heard about your bitch Kiki. Like, them niggas been going at it on Twitter.
Yeah, no. Lamont Roach has been, and like this is recently. This is after the fight that they've been doing that.
They were talking real greasy to each other.
So, Foster said he would like that. We mentioned, unfortunately, that he will most likely have to fight his second mandatory next of Yakubov. But he already beat Yakubov, so he beat him again. He said, you know, he doesn't want to, but if it's ordered, he's going to take it. He said he would like the unification, but the first fight that he mentioned that he would like is he wants the winner of Valdez versus Liam Wilson.
Yeah,
so
you know that's happening next.
That's the fight he wants, and I'm sure he wants Valdez because that's the money fight at 130 for him. So I can see him wanting that fight, and I think Valdez is going to beat Wilson, and they're going to make that fight. My only issue is I feel like that's a fight where Top Rank is going to make sure that Valdez wins that because he's the priority down there at Top Rank. He mentioned Navarrete. He would like to fight Navarrete if he stays at 130, which, spoiler alert, he's not. So he's not. He's like, if he doesn't stay, I'll fight Navarrete versus Wilson. He said the only person that he dismissed completely was Joe Cordina. We asked, what about Joe Cordina? And he said, no, he had his chance. He didn't take it. Moving on. So
he probably doesn't want to do with what, because you know the whole shit with fucking Rocky, you know, in Mexico, like you know they had them cards filled out. Like he was brought to that matchroom card to lose, and Foster had to score that knockout in order to keep his belt.
Cordina's going to stay on the easy route in 130 in UK and just
so
type of shit.
But from what I have heard, that Lamont Roach is technically a free agent. So he can fight at Top Rank if he wants that fight. I just think that they're going to make honestly, like, one of the reasons why I feel like, and this is just me thinking this, I have no proof of this. Honestly, I think one of the reasons that they signed Foster was so that they can get a fighter for Valdez, because if you remember, after the Navarrete fight, we were all like, well, who's he going to fight? What's there left for Valdez? Because Valdez, like him or not, he's still a priority for Top Rank. I can tell you, people there still think very highly of him. They want more fights for him. So that fight is a fight that they got probably for Valdez, where they're going to give him the belt, and it is what it is.
I figured that it was going to be Valdez next, or Navarrete, but Navarrete's moving up, so that's logical.
So that's basically where we are with it, which I don't know what it is with 130 and being allergic to unifications, but whatever.
Well, I mean, at best, at least, Shakur at least partially unified, but like I said, it's a division, they don't like to hold two belts at a time there. Like, when Shakur did it, that was the first time in, 16, 17 years the belt was unified.
The last time anybody, because I looked up the other day, the last time anybody had unified at 130 before Shakur and Valdez
was Barrera.
Barrera and Pettit, and that was 2005. That was almost 20 years ago.
And I watched that fight too. I watched that. And Barrera kicked his ass. So yeah, that was a good fight.
Yeah. So
130 is
overall good event, good fights. Salute to Top Rank. Hopefully, more ring gang fights for Top Rank in the future. They treated me well. Salute to Top Rank. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, because I know.
And one last thing was that Tim Bradley, giving his things of Canelo, Benavidez, he wants to see that. And for once, I was surprised because Bradley, I was like, I didn't think this was happen. I had to kind of well, what? Did he really say that? He actually was complimentary of Tank, which was what? What? Because people were talking about Boots versus Barrios. Like, oh, that's a really good fight. He's like, Barrios has become a really good fighter. I'll tell you, that's a good win on Tank's resume. And you know me, I don't really say a lot of nice things about Tank, but that's a nice win on his resume. So I was like, oh, wow. He don't like Tank at all. So I was surprised he even somewhat complimented it.
Well, they had their beef. Right? Tank said he would knock out Bradley, whatever. They had their
dude admit it. Dude said, I don't normally have nice things to say about Tank. Like, he said that with his chest.
So like only haters. I mean, besides Pat, mostly only haters discredit that Barrios win. To be honest,
facts.
It's a good win.
And Pat is a hater, so I mean.
Well, let's put it this way. I dislike Barrios even longer than most niggas even knew who he was. So, yeah. So, like, my shit is very justified.
I mean, it's just two people you hate fought each other.
I mean, the guy's interim WBC 147. I mean, I know it's not a real belt, but he's not like he's.
It's not a real belt. We have to make sure very crystal clear.
No, I'm just saying.
It's real enough. It's real enough to be not a real belt.
I mean, shut up. That's a late night battle.
It's equal footing to Stanionis, in the grand scheme of things. So
Stanionis is a way better fight. I see it with Stanionis. I don't see it with Barrios.
Well, Stanionis ain't fought in 2 years, so I'm just saying.
Wait a minute.
Stanionis kick Barrios' ass all day, every day. If it doesn't happen, that means like something horrible happened.
You spent all that time calling Stanionis a caveman, though. Like,
yeah, he is like, one. Nigga, he is one. Like, their fights the arcade man shit. Like the fucking Nunes and Rakimov fight. Nunes is a fucking caveman. That was a caveman ass fight.
Crazy ass knockout, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was a caveman with a brutal knockout. Nunes is a caveman. I don't think much of him, but that nigga has stones in his fist. Yeah, it's a caveman shit. Like niggas is cavemans out there. But yeah, so Top Rank, and hopefully Top Rank approves my credentials in a couple of weeks for the Turning Stone card, because I can't wait for that one.